guys, it's Rebecca. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. Today's video is going to be my July update for my Pan That palette for 2025. This is going to be one of those shorter updates because I am planning to do a repressing for some of the shades. If you didn't know, I am working on my the Balm palette, the Balm Jovi palette. And last month I decided to incorporate some shades from this Norvina Mini Pro Pigment palette #1. And so I've been working on these. I only have 2 shades in here, and then there's 9 shades in here, and I'll show you guys updates right now. But basically what I want to do is I want to do a repressing, not just of these shadows, but there's some other products that I've been working on that need to be repressed and they need to be refrankened. So I figured I would do that part separate. Usually if there is a repressing or a frankening for Pan That palette, I'll include it at the end of the video. But since I'm also incorporating some other products that are not part of the Pan That palette, I decided to do those in a separate video, and then that way I can have enough for like both videos, if that makes sense. So like I said, I am working on this palette. I have 2 shades here, 9 shades here. Before I give you guys an update of where I'm at right now, let me show you guys where we were with these palettes last month. And starting with the Balm Jovi palette, obviously you guys can see I have these 2 shades are the ones that I was working on, and I have made some progress, not a lot unfortunately, but I did expand the pan on both Led Zeppelin and Alice Copper. These are 2 of the original shades here in this palette, and well, I'm sorry if you guys can hear the wind. It's really windy today. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. But yes, I was able to hit pan and expand the pan on both of these. The reason why I didn't want to repress these last month was because I kind of wanted to see how far I can make it on working on these 2 shades like as they're at right now, as they are. But honestly, I got really bored, and I just feel like I want to change. I feel like I'm kind of getting tired. Like today I was wearing a shade from the Norvina palette with Led Zeppelin on the crease and the outer V, and that's kind of like what I've been wearing a lot. Honestly, maybe the past week or so I haven't been wearing any eyeshadow. I've been just doing like a liner on my eyes just because I'm not inspired by using just these. So that's one of the reasons why I decided that it was time to franken the shades, repress them, bring them back to life. Hopefully I get a little bit more motivated so I can get this palette out and done. I am so ready to call it quits. And then moving to the Norvina palette, this is what this palette is looking like. Last month I still had a little bit of the pressed glitter, which was a pinky shade here, and as you guys can see, I was able to use it all up, and I hit pan on this gold champagne shade. This is a very buttery shade. I feel like I get a lot of kick up. Is that the word I'm looking for? When I use this, I am wearing it today. Basically, I've been using this shade as either a brow, not a brow shade, a lid shade with either Alice Copper on the corner or the outer V, and or with Led Zeppelin. Really, there hasn't been much variation on that. And then just real quick, just to show you guys, this was the Alice Copper on the outer V and crease with that pressed pink glitter from the ABH palette. This was my favorite look. Then mostly what I've been using is that Led Zeppelin shade like today, with that golden shade all over the lid. Sometimes I put a liner, sometimes I don't. In this case, I was wearing an eyeliner, a brown liner, but this is the look that I've been wearing the most for the most part, and that's why I feel like I'm getting a little bit bored. Lastly, I was using that gold shade with Alice Copper in the outer V and corner, and surprisingly, it turned a little bit brown. It didn't look much red, but the red, I guess, because it's a coppery shade with the yellow, it kind of turned it brown. So that is just basically where I'm at with this palette. Like I said, I had used a little bit of this bottom shade right here to do my Franken blush, and I'm almost out of that. So that's one of the products that you guys are going to be seeing when I do my repressing. So my goal for next month is to hopefully have Led Zeppelin finished and at least half of Alice Copper done, whether it's through frankening or repressing. And I really want this Bon Jovi palette out by September. Hopefully by September, that'll be my finale update. And I just want to work on just random shadows throughout the rest of the year, kind of play with my collection before I commit to another palette, as you know, my Panda palette. I feel like I kind of need a break, just because these two have been kind of like uninspiring me, if that's a word. So that's all I have for now for today. Stay tuned to my next video so you guys can see what the repressing look like. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.